What's up, everybody? It's Vicious here. What a pleasant surprise we had a couple days ago. You know I'm always late to the party. So DNF Duel got announced, which is Dungeon Fighter Online's fighting game that's being co-developed by Neopol's Arc System Work and Aiding, or Aiding. Not sure how to pronounce that actually. I should though, because I'm a huge fan of Bloody Roar. I got every single Bloody Roar there is. My favorite was Primal Fury on Nintendo GameCube, but some people might differ. I wasn't really like a pro, I was still a newbie in fighting games when I got it, so whatever. But yeah, they're co-developing it with Arc System Works, and obviously we've seen by the trailers in 2.5D, resembles Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball Fighters and Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and also being its own creation at the same time. I really like that about ArcSys. Dragon Ball Fighters definitely has more hair detail and definitely represents 2D characters better than Guilty Gear has, in my opinion. And Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, it just does what it can, really. I'm not really familiar with Grand Blue Fantasy, but anyway, the point of this video is I'm going to look at the characters or the variations of characters that I like from Dungeon Fighter Online. And I'm going to draw parallels to characters that actually exist in ArcSys games. I would say Aiding games, but I didn't really see anything that made me think Bloody Roar instantly, And they also make, Aiding also develops that Fate/fighting game, or they developed it. But again, that's the one that I haven't really played. Except for on the phone, and that's very uncomfortable. Anyway, here we go. Slayer. So Slayer off top reminds me of Soul Bad Guy. As a matter of fact, you guys see the picture here. Hopefully I'm doing this right because I'm supposed to be better at doing this now. Yeah, obviously that is inspired by Soul Bad Guy. As a matter of fact, the developers themselves told me that this wasn't inspired by Soul Bad Guy. I would call them a liar, like straight to their face. Let me see, is there any other image I could actually bring up? 1 second. Man, I am bad at this, but bear with me. Oh boy. I should really hide my mouse, huh? But yeah, this guy is definitely Soul Bad Guy. And some people were actually thumbing up the comments saying that they hope that this guy gets added in. Let's see what he is. What variation is he? It would seem that he is, Blade Master. And I would co-sign on that. And if he played a little bit like Soul Bad Guy, just because he kind of looks like that, that'd be great too. As a matter of fact, I think the sprite looks a lot like Soul Bad Guy as well. Kinda like Streets of Rage Soul Bad Guy, which there's nothing wrong with that. Not really I like the designs of all these, except for maybe Asura's. I like this one though. I like the design of all these, but out of all these variations, I think I would like to see the Blade Master First Awakening on there. They already got Berserker on there, which reminds me a lot of Ragna. Ragna, the Blood Edge, and Carmine. If you don't know who Ragna the Blood Edge is, Ragna is the lead character in Blazblue. As a matter of fact, let me get a picture up here. This picture is by Opu of Bengal on Pinterest, and it was like the best thing that I could find to show you what I'm talking about. Well, I gotta actually show you, huh? Wow, that is big on the screen. Let's lower that. And as we've seen on the trailer, the character's arm has some sort of demonic thing going on. There's lore on this game, I promise you there is. I have just been too lazy to read up on it. But I will in the coming months, whenever the game comes out. But yeah, there's Ragna the Blood Edge, and I actually have another picture here of Ragna just being huge and smiling at us. There we go. Yeah, Ragna the Blood Edge. You guys see it? I see it too. There's variation here. There's a version of Ragna where he, like, you know, is sort of like really dark and he goes crazy a bit, but you know, that's Blazblue lore and that's not what this video is about. But I just wanted to say that because I look at this and it reminds me of that. So what's next? Let's see. Alright, continuing this video. I had to go get some water. Not used to talking all this much. So female Slayer, it's not that I don't have a favorite in this bunch. I like the designs of a lot of these, and these are cropped images, by the way. Like, these aren't the full images. There's just not a character or a version of the female Slayer that reminds me of anything from Arc Sys or Bloody Roar at this point. Maybe from Fate. Like, maybe she could be a character from a Fate game, or not a Fate game, a Fate anime or game or novel, but I just couldn't find anything that matched her, or I just couldn't think of it. But I do like this one the most. I think it's the most simplistic, and it's the First Awakening. Everything else is cool. Like, this is okay, but I really like Swordmaster First Awakening personally. Call me simple if you like. So Fighter, it would seem that for Fighter, not Brawler, sorry. For Fighter, we got the First Awakening of the Striker. I don't think that it's second because she didn't have boxing gloves and she had pants on, if I remember from the trailer. So, yeah. So we got the First Awakening here. And she reminds me a little bit of May. Just a little bit, not a lot. That's why I didn't bother getting a picture. But this one, obviously, the Nin Master, the Second Awakening and the Neo Awakening. You want to know who this character reminds me of? Hold on one second. You like those types? Yeah, there we go. Reminds me of Chun-Li. Just because of how Chun-Li's hair is normally, really. And the costume, the battle costume from the pre-order for Street Fighter V reminds me of that. Not really an art character, but I just thought it was like kind of cool. Kind of cool, kind of cute. What we have next? Oh, let me show you my favorite fighter. Well, I think Grappler, the one from the trailer, is my favorite. The First Awakening. But I also like the First Awakening here. Doesn't really remind me of anybody from Arc besides maybe, I wouldn't even say Bon Shishigami. If you really look at him, he kind of reminds me of like Domon from like G Gundam. Especially on this picture right here. It's the eyebrows, I think. Not really the hair. Anyway. Gunner, obvious Dante. Obviously Dante, and also Ragna the Blood Edge, whom I mentioned earlier. And we got the First Awakening here. I don't know if they're just going to do the First Awakenings or what, but, you know, I think that they should do variations personally. But that's just me. Gunner. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to, like, pause the video because I really like this launcher. And I need to get a different picture of her because she reminds me of Aegis from Persona 4 Arena/Ultimax, also on BB Tag. One moment. Alright, we back up in here. Now, let me see. I'm going to add... Oh boy. You guys heard of Image? Now look at Image 2. I know, I'm like mad trash. Where is she at? I just had the picture. There we go. Is she not showing up? I got her in image 1. Wow. Somehow I got this image in there too. Interesting. Oh, okay, I see her. Let me get Aegis up out here. Fucking Aegis. Like, can you see it? These characters are probably not going to play anything alike, or probably not even be in the game with each other. They're probably not even going to be in the game because I like them, but I'm just noticing some things, you know? Like, look at Aegis to the right there. She's a pure arsenal, man. She got all these miniguns, all these launchers and shit on her. She has launchers, and there's a female launcher for DFO. Look at her. She's about to launch all types of shit at you. Look at it. Pretty neat. But yeah, that's my favorite gunner female. You know, gunner male, I think because this reminds me of like Dante and Ragna so much, that I think this is my favorite, but I would be cool with just the ranger that we already have. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not going to cry over it. Mage. So I like a lot of the mage designs. Like, they're all really cool. I mean, take a look. Take a look. Take a listen. All really cool. I've seen somebody on FGC Twitter saying that, you know, this is totally their design. You know, it's cool. You know, it's cool. A little bit more too vampiric for me. But Dimension Walker. Yo, Dimension Walker? Let me see if they actually... Yo, look at this cat. Look at that art right there. You see the chick? Man, if that's not a puppet character, I don't know what is. This is a set play puppet character, yo. Just like Carl Clover. Some people might think I'm a weirdo for this comparison, but, you know, there goes nothing. He's Carl, man. Now up here, please. Oh, not like that. So I'm right next to each other. So Carl, a little bit of backstory on him. In the original Blazblue, he's a vigilante. Or at least he's trying to be a vigilante. He's really living in a pretend world. The doll behind him has his sister's soul inside of it. And there's a big, long story for that. And, oh man, look at that. Look at those JPEGs I downloaded. I just noticed that. But there's a big, long story behind it. But Carl Clover's story is actually pretty dark, you know. He goes from being like this wannabe vigilante to like this guy. He'll fucking kill people, man. He'll kill or seriously injure people for messing with his sister or saying that his sister isn't his sister because it's a fucking doll. And he's at odds with his father, and he's a puppet character. He can control the doll, his sister. I forget her name. Like, he's called her name so many times while fighting me, but I just don't remember. Agnes? It can't be Agnes. But yeah, he will use her, and she will go all around the stage at his behest, and she can teleport him, and she'll move independently. She can sandwich other characters. Very interesting character, and I think that that's what Dimension Walker could do, or just use her as like a set play. Obviously, he has like some tentacle squids and shit going on. Like, you can look him up, of course, or I can get another picture. Don't matter. As a matter of fact, we are back. I know it was just like an instant for you guys. Oh man, I'm on the. Oh man, why is this so huge? Hold on. Let me downsize this, or at least try to downsize it. Everything is going crazy. I should have just showed you the Google page, huh? I don't know why I gotta be so convoluted, but I'm trying to be better at doing this. Just bear with me. Yeah. So I mean, side by side, they don't look alike. I mean, they both got those like above knee shorts and everything, which I've never been comfortable wearing those myself. But yeah, look at the fashion. He's wearing a cape. He has a cloak cape like sort of situation going on. That could be his sister, the Dimension Walker. I doubt it is, but yeah, all these tentacles and stuff. I would like for this guy to be in the game personally. It would be interesting because I think it's been too long since we've had a puppet character, and I know that Zato is going to be in Guilty Gear Strive, but man, I'm not a Guilty Gear player. I'm a Blazblue player. Okay, so the one that interested me the most in the female mage category was the witch. This is my favorite art personally. But the witch gives me heavy Magister 9 and Platinum to Trinity vibes. Let me pull those two characters up right now. Okay. Man, I really can't find that 9 picture. Did I even download a 9 picture? I could have sworn I did. One sec. The shit was like right in front of my face. Hold on. Let's get them both up on screen, dog. Somebody's probably like already fucking skipped to the end of this video. So yeah, Magister 9 from Blazblue, aka 9 the Phantom, and Platinum the Trinity. Right there. Because this character, from what I understand on DFO, is like an innocent, well, not innocent, but like shoots cotton candy and like treats at characters and shit as like an attack. And that's what Platinum the Trinity is like all about. Man, there's still a lot to go through. Oh man, Neo Awakening Avenger. We got to have this guy. This guy he's literally a beast. He is literally a beast, and the picture is cropped out here, so I'm gonna have to bring it up in OBS, of all places, right? Bam! Oh man, that's a big ass picture. So this guy actually transforms, and there are plenty of characters that transform or go into a different like state in ArcSys games, but man, he just reminded me of Azrael from Blazblue. Let's get this guy on the screen and actually blow this shit up a bit. Because Azrael is a big, tough motherfucker, man. I mean, that's a reach, but that's what I thought of. So, it's Azrael and the fucking priest. So we gotta have the Avenger. Okay, the one that stuck out to me. We got Inquisitor Shaman. I'm sorry, Inquisitor Shaman. We got what do we call this? Female priest, the Inquisitor, but I like the Shaman. The Shaman really reminds me of Lai Chi Fei Ling. Do. There we go. Lai Chi Fei Ling. She uses obviously she uses her little staff, bow staff, and she tosses it all around the stage. She's pretty cool, and she uses some magic, so it's befitting. She has yin yang signs too, just like this character, which you can't really see because it's cropped out. I don't believe I actually got any alternate pictures of the priest though, because I was just like, man, maybe they'll just take my word for it. All right, shall we move on? Oh, they might show it here. Okay, let's just do this. It says cinematic. She could be his owner. Yo, I'm so hyped for this game. If you made it this far, thanks for indulging me. Thief reminds me a lot of Bullet. Yeah. Tan skin character, but has the daggers. Maybe, and this character has like teleports and shit. Maybe this character will be like a mix of, not even a mix, maybe this character will be like Seth from Under Night in Birth. Even though French Bread develops that. 1 second. Where you at, Seth? Alright, so that's Seth. First Awakening. Shadow Dancer. And Seth be dancing in them shadows, man. It's really hard to see action in these trailers unless you're like used to like looking at, you have to know what you're looking at. Did I ever put that picture of Bullet up there? I did not. Of course, Bullet has to be huge. I need to get used to that. But yeah, that's Bullet. And we are just going to slide her over Seth. Go back up here. Go to Rogue. Necromancer doesn't really look a lot like her. And neither does Kunoichi. But I feel like Shadow Dancer and Rogue is where it's at. You know, there's some characters I could draw parallels to with the Knight, but I just don't. I don't want to. The Knight just kind of bores me. The design isn't bad. It's just not my design. Then there's Demonic Lancer, which there are Lancers from the Fate series that look like the Lancers on this game, but, you know, this was really for Arxis. And, man, I don't even know those Lancers' names. I would just have to look up Lancer and hope I get them. I don't really have a comparison for Agent either. I think that this is about over, but let me tell you about the Lancers that I would like to see. Or the Lancer I would like to see. I think Impaler's Second Awakening is cool as fuck. That's probably like the coolest one. We need like some villain type characters, looking characters, you know what I'm saying? Agent. I think my favorite agent has to be Hitman. Hitman First Awakening. This motherfucker has an SMG and an Odachi. That's crazy. Says it right there. See, I wasn't lying. I have nothing to say about Dark Knight, really. Dark Knight is just... It's Dark Knight. It doesn't really capture my interest, but doesn't mean that it's bad. And then there's Creator. I don't know what to say about Creator besides Creator had like a broom behind it when I looked at the gameplay, so maybe I don't even know what to say about him. But yeah, those are the characters that I'm interested in. So just to recap, Slayer, Blade Master, First Awakening, Slayer female, Sword Master, First Awakening. Got a little Ryu and Ken action going. Actually, I like what we got out of the fighters. For Gunner, this is just like sort of a wish. I would not cry if we didn't get the First Awakening of Spitfire for the male. Gunner female, the Aegis looking chick, the Launcher. Man, she looks cool as fuck. She reminds me of Heavy Arms. I should have brought up a picture of Heavy Arms from Gundam Wing. Mage, Dimension Walker. Specifically the Second Awakening. I don't know about the first. What's going on with his hand? Does he have 3 fingers, or am I looking at... Yeah, he has more fingers. Female mage, we need the Witch. I think ArcSys will do the Witch. They seem to like witches a lot. Avenger Neo Awakening, because he's Beast from X-Men. Priest Shaman, because it sounds cool. And Lychee Fei Ling, obviously. Thief, I gotta go with Rogue. She just looks cool. I like the pinkish skin, you know. Or Shadow Dancer. I'm not picky on that. I gotta say, I guess if I had to have a knight, it would be Dragon Knight First Awakening. Cause it just seems like something that's a little bit more simplistic than what we got with other characters. You know, everybody else seems a little bit more complex. We got Impaler, Second Awakening. It just looks fucking tight. Hitman First Awakening. I can't really like vibe with the agent like that, or these two, but you know, it is what it is. But hey, if you stuck around this long, thanks for watching my video. I'll have some more shit up later. Peace.